Failed to post to Facebook. This user cannot create a live video. Let's see. All right, it's telling me that I cannot go live to Facebook, and that's fine. Uh, I had a picture. I had a picture that I had posted 7, 8 years ago on Facebook. It came back tagged the other day, and so they have booted me off of Facebook for live streaming. This is my first live stream for YouTube or anything really. I don't necessarily know how this is going to go, what it's going to look like, who's going to be watching, if anybody's going to be watching. But here goes nothing. Welcome to Riddle Transport TV. Things have been a little crazy over here at Amazon Relay as of late. They have been. Let me. I got my camera in the way. I got so much stuff up here, and it's like literally in my way. So let's talk about Amazon Relay. What's been going on lately is um, there's a whole lot of work that seems to be missing from Amazon's load boards. If you don't have um, what's up, Todd? Got you in the car, buddy. I appreciate you, man. I'd like to have you on here. If you get back in time, let me know, and we can start a new one. But uh, Todd, did I speak of Stat Trucking? He's out in San Diego, California. Let me see. Let's see, where's all this stuff at? Brand. Where's my comments? I don't even know how to put my damn comments up here. Oh, there we go. There we go. What's up? What's up, Todd? Todd says, "What's up?" He's got me on in the car. Now I'm. This is all new to me, so y'all bear with me. But I on the East Coast, man. It's like we're looking at loads that pop up, and I've got the load board pulled up, and I'm gonna share the screen here in a minute. But what we're looking at out here is it's next to nothing, man. You got a lot of stuff going nowhere. You got a lot of empty trailers that need to be moved to different places, and the problem with that is that they are all moving at the same exact time. So there's no real way for you to kind of book loads back to back. If you want to go out to Oklahoma City or Las Vegas or Idaho or Texas or somewhere like that, you can. The problem with it is it pays. These guys are booking them. They're booking them, but they're only making $1.40 a mile. If you get lucky, you'll see it stay up there for $1.50. If it goes up to $1.60 and over, then it's a miracle. But also what I'm finding is that when they put these loads on a load board and they're putting them up here for people see the big price, right? They put them up here and they'll have $4,000 on it. Well, that $4,000 has to cover everything. That has to cover your fuel. That has to cover your food. That has to cover all kinds of stuff. Any kind of breakdowns you might have on the way, and then you run the risk on a 8 to 10 stop, 5,000-mile track. That let's just hope you get there. And if you don't, guess what happens? Your score is extremely impacted by all of this stuff. But I want to go over what the load board looks like over here. Let's put this up here, and let's take this. Let me get this thing off of here. Let's talk about Amazon Relay. There that goes. All right, now I'm gonna switch over to the big screen. I've only got one screen I'm working with. I don't know why I pulled up that one. Here we go. Let me make sure I got the right one on. Y'all got to bear with me, man. If you leave me comments telling me I suck at this, and So be it. All right, so these are based off the loads that we've booked. My other driver just booked a load out of Charlotte, a contract out of Charlotte. So this is kind of what you're seeing, and this is what you see a lot of right here. You got 168 miles. They're paying 224 mile, $376.92. However, it's blocking you off. You got 10 hours and 17 minutes to get this done, and that's a long time, man. It's got a live drop in there. You see all of these down to here coming out of Charlotte, going back to Charlotte. We'll open this up and figure out where we're going. So that goes from Charlotte to Spartanburg. It's not very far, and then from Spartanburg back to Pineville, which is roughly Charlotte area. Southwest North Carolina, and then from Pineville back to, let's see, 16 miles again. I got my camera in the way. So I mean that's 4 stops. You're gonna be live in there somewhere. Let me move my camera a little bit. I hope that works for everybody. Let's see which one of these are live. I'm assuming it's gonna be this one here. Yeah, so you get to Spartanburg, there's a live. So you're picking up a preloaded, and that's an empty. The little circle right here, it says empty trailer right there for those that don't know. You're going to take it to Spartanburg. Now, this Spartanburg address right here does not have an actual, what you would see, CLT4 or something like that. So Pineville looks like it's going to be a drop. It doesn't have an address either. Spartanburg doesn't have an address. So these could possibly be third-party locations. Let's go. I live in Greenville. So let's go. I got all my stuff set for, power only 53 footers. They don't really offer block runs anymore, one-way trips, round trips, solo. I don't have any of this, and my mouse is funky today, so y'all bear with me. So let's go take a look at this. Here's the perfect one right here. This one's $4,100. It goes to Nampa, Idaho. All right, that's 2,500 miles. That's a 5-day run. 4 days, 9 hours. That's 5 days. Only paying you $1.65 a mile. 2,500 miles. You're looking at 12 to $1,500 just in fuel. So you can take right off the top. Then you have to pay your insurance, and then you have to find your way back from over there. Now granted, that's a one-way run, but 5 days to go one way, and then you could possibly be stuck out in Nampa, Idaho. BOI2. Let's go start a new search for Nampa, Idaho. Nampa. All right, let's go to Nampa, Idaho. We'll do the same thing. We're going to have a 100-mile radius. We're going to do power only. 53-foot trailer. All right. So where'd that go? It literally took it off. Oh, let's go there. They got 8 results. Let's go up to 100 miles. They've got 8 results. And, you're moving trailers over to Salt Lake City, Utah, Commerce City, Colorado, Portland, Oregon. Nothing out there is going to bring you back home. All of these, the lowest one is 420 miles. That's right here to Portland, Oregon. Like right here. Look at this. This perfect example right here. You've got 10 stops on this $4,800 run. All right. The 4,800-mile run. It's another 5-day run. $1.35 a mile. That's just, and that's all inclusive, y'all. This ain't, look at all these stops. Look at all these damn stops. 845 miles. Where we going? Let's see. You're coming way back over here. Let's see, there's Denver. There's Seattle. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of driving. Let's back this thing out of here. A lot of times what you'll see, if you can see this little map right here where I'm at, a lot of times what you'll see coming from where I'm at, this is what gets me, why you can't do it. You'll have an 8-stop run, 10-stop run, like what we're looking at right now, and it'll go from right here in North Carolina, about the tip of my mouse is roughly where we're at. All right, we'll have this one go. We'll have one go to, the second stop will be in Texas. All right. The next stop will be up here in Michigan somewhere. If that's Michigan, I can't really tell. But from Michigan, you'll cut back across over here. Now you'll end up in Nevada, and from Nevada, you'll end up here in Ohio somewhere. Then you back down here to Florida, and from Florida you'll go back up to Michigan, and then you'll go down to Georgia, South Carolina, and then you'll go back up, and you'll finally finish in North Carolina. It's just it's so much. You remember as a kid, you draw the old star like that, with your pencil and like draw me a star, and the only way you can do it is to kind of do this number. That's basically what these runs are looking like, for what? $1.35 a mile. So this is what it looks like all inclusive. So it's I mean the base pay just ain't nothing, man. 4,800 bucks. That's 4,800 bucks. That's barely a dollar a mile. That's 85 cents a mile. That ain't even the base rate right there. You see, it's 85 cents a mile. Fuel surcharge they're paying pretty decent, but I mean, let's be honest. You don't really have a choice to pay that much. Toll charges is only $127.40. Estimated total payout 64.6510. All right, so that's coming out of Nampa within 100 miles. But let's go back over here. I don't even want to look at that because I'm not going all the way out there for that price. All right, so what we're looking at right now, these right here, the 255.42, $1.33 a mile going one way. It's only 4 hours, 192 miles. It's 200 miles. This is out, if I ain't mistaken, this is kind of sort of out in Charlottesville, where the University of Virginia is located at. Now, they've had these up here all weekend, and there were, knows it, man, there were 50 of these things, but they're all empties, if I'm not mistaken. Let's click on one and find out. Yeah, so empty trailer. So they want all these empties moved, and typically they'll pay pretty decent amount of money right here at the $1.33 a mile. But for $1.33 a mile, and you to wrap your day up, one, to get to Suffolk is about 2.5 hours from where I am right now. It's just not a good deal. I've been looking for work. There's really not a whole lot out here. What is this one right here? This one goes to DFW, but from DFW, you're gonna have to find something coming back home, or at least headed back this way. This one is sort of a round trip. It's all drops. Say right here, this is live. From Durham to Chesapeake, paying $1.96 a mile. That's not terrible, but 207 miles for 12 hours. Your whole day's wasted for $400. It's just, and that's 207 miles is probably going to cost you, if that's all you put in your tank is enough to cover the 207 miles, it might cost you $200. It might cost you $400. Depends on your truck. But this one right here, let's take a look at this one. This one don't look too terribly bad, but again, going all the way up to Philadelphia, coming back down here. Then you get, let's see, ILG1. I'm assuming, no, you go even further. Yeah, you go up. Man, that's way up there. Let's see what that's at. That's Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, man. That's up there. That's AAA affiliate for the Yankees, all the way up there. All right, so you go from here above New York. You're basically even with Cleveland. I can't get this thing going right. I got to click it. There we go. All right, and then back down to Virginia Beach and all this mess. But that's a lot of 728 miles plus all the tolls. I can tell you this right now. I went and I came through the other last week, man. Right here is Baltimore. Coming through the Baltimore Tunnel, right here on 95. That one-way trip costs you $48. Okay. Then you come up and you start making your way up here into 95 into Delaware. And if I can see this right, where's Delaware at? Am I even in the right damn place? Wilmington, Delaware, up here on 295. Okay. So let's go up here to stop 2. So this bridge right here, and that's 495. Kind of knows it, man. Stupid mouse. Anyway, I spent from Monday to Wednesday, I guarantee I spent $350 to $375 just on tolls trying to make some money last week. So this right here, $1.64 a mile. What are they giving you on tolls? $70.20. Kiss my ass. Fuel surcharge, $335. A base pay of $1.08 a mile. This is why you want to book contracts, people. Um, now contracts are not for everybody. Let's go over here and take a look at some of the contracts, and I'll tell you why. These are some of the contracts that we have booked. I was looking at these earlier. My insurance is expiring within 28 days. So, um, never mind my score. We're working on that. Uh, da- 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 da. All right, I won't. I'm not going to show you, hours, but what I will show you is some of the ones that we're looking at. Let's see, RDU, equipment. We're going to go 53 footers. Come on, get to work with me. Number of tractors. We're gonna go one. All right, here's where you got to have two drivers for this 119 hours for a team. The number of tractors doesn't really matter. They're gonna put up here, like right here, the equipment right here where I'm at. One tractor, one tractor. You can look at 8-hour solos. You can look at 13-hour solos, and you can look at 37-hour solo runs. It doesn't matter what time of day. We prefer running in the middle of the night. So first one we see right here is Sunday, March 10th through Saturday, April 13th. That's a 5-week run. Okay. This money right here, this 18,000, that money's guaranteed as long as you start your first one. As long if you start your first one. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. I don't have my comments up on the screen right now, so just that is what it is. I only have one computer screen, so I can't have both going at the same time and actually navigate what I need. But if I'm not mistaken, that 18,675 is guaranteed money. These are full week runs. Each block rate is right here at $1,245. Okay, that is inclusive, inexclusive of the fuel surcharge and accessorials, which is again, from my understanding, is every mile you put on your truck throughout running these routes. Um, the one thing you can't see, you can't click on these. Okay, I'm click, 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 click right now. You can't click on these and open it up and see where you're going. You book a contract blindly. Okay, you look at it and go, all right, I know I can make 18,675. Fuel surcharge is gonna be about 20%. So I don't have a calculator, man. 20% of that over 5 weeks is what this one runs. That guarantees you work for 5 weeks. Okay, you're not running off the load board looking at shit loads like we were looking at a while ago. So this money up here is guaranteed throughout the entire 5 weeks. Each block is 3 blocks. So what is 12 times 3 is $2,600. Is that right? $3,600. If I can even add times 20%. Add that back into the 3,600 and whatever 48.5 cents per mile for every mile that you do is added to the top of that. So that 18,000 right there over 5 week period can easily turn into, 26, 7, 8, maybe even $30,000 over 5 weeks. You divide that up, that's $6,000 a week. That sounds about right. 20, I would expect it to be close to at least $5,000 per week. That's a decent number. This one right here, 3,504 for a full week. That's 3 blocks, 1168. See, so this one pays more. This is what contract work looks like over here. So you can make some money, right? You right now you can't make dick on the load board. I'm trying to find one. This is a partial week right here. So normally they have it which days, and we're trying to figure this out. I got a guy just signed on. He don't really want to be talked about much, but that's why I didn't show what we're running, because a bunch of it is his work. He's already booked. He's a hell of a driver, man. I'm excited to have him on. He's excited to be here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that he brings me. But we're trying to figure this thing out. So like you can run a partial week here. It normally would say, all right, Monday and Wednesday run, or Tuesday and Thursday run, or, Wednesday, Friday, whatever the case may be, because you know that from Sunday, March 17th through Saturday, April 20th, you don't want to be on the clock right here. You don't want, you want a 36-hour a 36-hour reset right here before you take off on this, because you might get out here, next thing you know, you're screwed. All right, now you got 5 weeks worth of work that you've got to do, and the first thing you've done is screw up your clock. So um, we're starting to navigate this field right here a little bit. I finally booked my first one. I've been running off the load board the whole time. I'm not super impressed with the load board. I'm not disappointed in it. It's, it's got me some decent money, but I just don't know. It's really slowing down. I know during the Christmas season, it was, I posted a video. It's not peak season. It's definitely weak season, and weak season has continued and continued and continued. And so, we let me go back over here to the studio. I got 10 comments I need to read. I'm gonna start looking um at these comments. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Got you in the car. Frenchie. What's up, Frenchie? I'm not real sure who Frenchie is. If you can leave me. Hey Todd, how you been? Todd, Frenchie's asking you how you been, man. I'm gonna post this up here so you can see it. Hey Todd, how you been? Let's go back to Frenchie again. He's leaving me some comments. I appreciate the love, man. Northeast New Jersey, it's been slow. It has definitely been slow in Northeast New Jersey, man. We've been up that way, Addison. We've been all over Delaware. We've been all over Maryland so far, and it's just not a lot coming back. Todd, real good. Been slow around here, but I've been finding decent work spot capacity. That's good to hear, because I know you said you had done some other stuff. There have been a ton of loads going from New Jersey to Memphis and to Miami. I've also seen those. I've seen some. I don't want to make excuses, but I do have to semi make excuses. I just bought a new truck, y'all. It is a 2013 Freightliner Coronado. It's a glider kit truck. It's got the 12.7 60 series Detroit in it. It's super strong. I'm filling this truck out right now. I'm still filling it out. The problem I have with this truck, I like to explain it like this: is, when you're a kid, you go to your buddy's house and that some bitch is over there just and you can't sleep to save your life because you hear everything that he is used to hearing. It's new house sounds and stuff like that. So you're scared to go to sleep, and that's where I'm at with this truck. It's new house sounds, it's new house smells, it's new house feels, the way the floor moves under your feet, the way the wheels move under your feet. When I first got it, I thought it just rode like crap, but now I just understand why they call them freight shakers, man. You put a little bit of weight on the back of it, cruise about 65 miles an hour, man. You're solid in that truck. But I'm learning a lot about my truck while I'm still trying to fill it out. It's got 815,000 miles on it. I've put 5,000 miles on it. The very first day I took off in this truck, y'all, it broke down. I didn't get 50 miles out of town. I had booked a load, which, let's go back to the grade, being what it is. I had booked the load the night before. And when I booked that load and took off the next morning, my truck broke down. Now, there's no warranty with this thing. It's got so many miles on it. It had a lot of work done to it when I bought it. And when I first went and looked at this thing, the top half of the motor was off, the dash was all ripped off, the front end was off of it. It looked like a salvaged truck, but I knew the details of what they were trying to do. They started dumping a lot of money into it and end up with basically the top half of this motor's been rebuilt already. So what ended up happening, why it broke down, is it blew a coolant hose off. And I didn't want to take off down the road, putting that thing back on after having called them. They were willing to pay for a tow truck to come pick me up. But the bad part was, I had to lose the load. I had to turn the load back in. They counted it as a reject. It was a 1 to 2 to 3. So they counted it as 2 rejects against me. And being it was within 0 to 6 hours of start time, that amount of time, that close to departure for your first run, it hits you. I think it was 4. It's a four times penalty, whatever, take that for what it's worth. But anyway, let's get back to some of these comments. It's Todd and Frenchie. A lot of loads going back. Good to hear from you, Todd. Let's see what he's saying. They calculate the fuel economy on 9 miles per gallon. They're nuts. Who is getting 9 miles to the gallon? I'm getting the best fuel mileage I've ever gotten in any vehicle right now, and it is a monster of a vehicle. It is a beast of a truck. Frenchie, thank you for that. That I did not know. They're keeping the load board dry to push people over to the contracts. Contracts are most effective for them. It seems to be most effective for the driver as well. But again, the problem I have with booking a contract is I'm still not 100% sure about just about this truck. I'm still trying to fill it out. I'm on the way home from a 3.5 day run up in the Northeast. Frenchie, I was up in your area. I was up in New Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore, all over Maryland. Man, I came back down into Virginia. I was burning the roads up there last week, and I'm literally almost in my damn driveway, and the whole truck just shuts down. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is no good for anybody. I'm sitting there, scratching my head. I call my wife. I call my son. Like, hey, man, are you at home? Can you come out here? We can figure this. Excuse me, we can figure this thing out. I'm calling, mechanics. I'm calling. Somebody needs to put a muffler on their truck. Anyway, I'm calling a Freightliner dealership. I'm calling all these people. Come to find out, it was just, it was real simple. The truck literally just shut off. It wasn't running hot. It was cruising, man. And the little flume that's got the wire that runs from the fuse inside the battery box, the fuse wire that keeps the ECM connected, that runs onto the first battery post on the hot wire side, had broken off, and I was, so it was a simple fix. Go truck yourself too, man. What's up, my man? Contracts are definitely the way to go. Again, that's kind of where we're at. Let's see. Can't post comments to some locations. All right. And contracts definitely the way to go. Last one. Congrats on a new truck. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I appreciate that. I don't know if I can get to any pictures on my computer. Again, this whole live stream thing is all very brand new to me. I think I have some stuff on my channel. I know I got a short of my son driving it from the inside. I've got a whole video I got to get to, man. If I'm doing a live, in a sense, and now that I'm here, I'd like to just take a second, man, to let everybody know. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I feel like the ones that I do have are very vocal in the comment section. I suck at getting back to comments, just like I'm trying to do here. Frenchie just posted. That's why pre-emission trucks are so great. All they need is fuel and air, easy stuff. 100,000%. I've been looking for a truck like this. I tell you this, Frenchie, if that truck had a 14 liter in it, I wouldn't have bought it. It had the 12.7 Detroit 60 series, and that's what I wanted. I got a couple of buddies that's got these things. They are built to be rebuilt. Is the easiest way to explain it to people. You buy a brand new truck. If you don't know what a glider kit is, let me just take a second. I know I got the three of you up here, pumping me up on the comments, and y'all might be the only ones that are up here watching. Yeah, you're the only three. I can see it right here on my screen now. I got 3 eyes on it, but somebody else may watch it. So what is a glider kit truck? A glider kit is basically it's a brand new truck. All right, when it was new, this one's a 13. They still make some. I don't know that they make the Coronado anymore, but I've heard that they didn't. Leave me a comment if they do or don't. But a glider is basically a powerless, motorless shell of a truck. They built it all brand new with all the bells and whistles on the inside. You got your wood grain, you got your gauges, you got your leather seats, you got all these things, the pretty paint colors and the big square nose hoods on them, and you get to pick what motor you want in it. You get to pick what transmission you want in it. You get to pick, your differentials on your rear ends, on how this thing's geared up. But it's a glider kit, because what do you do when you're a kid? You throw your glider. It's not powered by anything but anything, and that's what this is. It's a roller chassis with a rebuilt motor in it. Mine, if I'm not mistaken, mine is either a 98 or a 99. I want to say it's a 99 Detroit 60 series, but it was a Fitzgerald build. let me know your comments down here. You know, on a Fitzgerald build. I've had a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. You know, the biggest downside to apparently what a Fitzgerald build is Fitzgerald Fitzgerald didn't use genuine Detroit parts when they built their glider kits. You know, back when mine was being built. I don't know if that's changed or not. You know, if it has, it has. If it hadn't, it hadn't. But from what we can gather with this truck is, you know, me and my kid did a whole lot of homework on it, and basically what this thing, what we're seeing in forums is that if this truck gets to 800,000 miles and the bottom end has not been touched yet, that you're golden until at least 1.6, because 1.6 million miles is basically what they guarantee these trucks to be rebuilt before you have, well, anyway, before you have to rebuild these trucks. So I'm excited about the truck, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous. I'm still, you know, kind of keeping it light. I'm not, you know, it's governed at 69. It can get up to 70 if you're going down the hill, obviously, but it's governed at 69 miles an hour. I don't even do that. When I had it doing, I don't like the ride. I just don't like the way it rides at 69 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. 65, it's all right. 55, it's like riding in a Cadillac, man. I just got to go faster than 55. So, you know, other than that, you know, I'm excited about the truck. I don't really have much else to talk about, man. I don't, let's see, I need to add this back to the stage. Let's go back over here real quick. You know, here's my score. Let me come back over here to this. Here's the score I was talking about. They got me on my performance for turning that one load in. Sorry, my computer it is a literal dinosaur. This being on time right here, I got pulled in a weight scale and was late getting to my next stop. Like I can do anything about that. And, you know, I'd put in there, let's see if it shows it. I think it shows it on here somewhere. It says yay, on time to destination. There we go. Look, 1 to 120 minutes. Work delayed 1 to 120 minutes. That's 2 hours from planned arrival time. And all work older than the 10th of May, 2023 has a one-time penalty. Okay. DOT inspection. You see it right here. I got hit for a DOT inspection. You know, we wouldn't want that to affect the fact that you're on time or not. So see right here, it says 2 loads rejected. You know, they dropped a load, rejected loads right here, 0 to 6 hours. Work rejected 0 to 6 hours before the scheduled arrival time has a 4-time penalty. After the start time, work rejected after the scheduled arrival time is an 8-time penalty. Let's not do that. 6+ hours before you take off. It's a one-time shot. But mechanical tractor, you can see it right here. Turn the first one in. So this one was supposed to go from Garner to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte back over to Charlotte. That wasn't very far. And that was at 1:00. So I turned it at 10:45. Well, I turned it in at like, I think that was supposed to start at 10:45. Rejection date. There you go, 10:12. I was not very far at all from RDU when I turned that thing in, and it was God knows it was gut wrenching, man. It was mainly gut wrenching for the simple fact that my driver had started that. So that was on a Monday. My driver started the first thing he booked was a contract, and he took off. He was up in the Northeast. He booked his contract a couple weeks prior. He took off that Sunday night at 7:00. That Monday morning at 10:00, my truck broke down and I had to turn it in. And the first phone call I made before I called anybody else was to him to apologize for screwing up our grade, because, you know, this ain't you know, he's got his grade he's got to worry about. I've got mine I got to worry about. Nope, we share this thing. And anybody that may or may not be interested in the future of bringing drivers on to drive for you, drive under you. I don't want to buy another truck and put somebody in it. You know, I am open to leasing on drivers just like I have now, but I've really got to trust that guy, that lady, whatever. They've got to be on their P's and Q's, because there's so much that goes into keeping this grade up. So my first call was to him and that was an apology. And then I said, hey, look, truck broke down. I had to turn my load in. It's gonna screw us. I don't know how bad. We're gonna find out, but run this week, do your thing, get your money, and we'll figure it out. When the time comes on Sunday, and they released the grade. And when they did, it hit us. And luckily, they didn't. It was below a B, and they let us keep booking contracts. So we booked a few contracts together, and they didn't take those away from us. But the very next week, they were gone. They, no, February 14th, Valentine's Day, I booked one. He booked one. The next morning, I was going to book 2 or 3 more, just to line up work, and all access was gone. You can look at contracts. You can't book no contracts. But anyway, I don't know that this helped anybody. If people are wondering where new videos are, man, I'm just trying to keep this truck busy, keep it on the road. Right now, I'm at home today because my kid's at home sick. She got strep throat. She was off yesterday. She came downstairs yesterday morning and said she was sick, didn't feel good. We looked in her throat and get to the doctor, and of course, it looked like we beat the shit out of her here at the house, which we do not. We should sometimes, but we don't. But we get to the doctor. She says, "Well, I was hurting yesterday too, Daddy. I just didn't tell you because I was scared to tell you." As she's crying, and I'm like, Jesus. Of course, we look like we beat the crap out of our kids. But she woke up this morning, still ain't feeling super hot, so I stayed home again. Mama's got stuff she's got to do. She's got a busy job. I'm not the only one that works around here, so y'all seen the boss on the videos, and we're gonna keep it that way. She helps me, I help her. We help each other. That's how we run our household. Everything is split right down the middle, including her. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mom. If you see this, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we're gonna sign off with that, man. If you leave a comment after this, I can't promise you I'll get back to you. I can't promise you I won't get back to you. I will or won't. It may not. But I appreciate you hanging out. Let's see. Screen is frozen. What is this one right here? It's a great job on the live. I'm still scared of doing these. Hats off to you. Oh, come on, Todd. Come on, man. I could put you on here right now. I could send you an invite right now. Do you want to come on? Leave me a comment right now if you want to come on, because you got a lot more knowledge on this stuff than I do. And I'd love to introduce you to my people. Of course, I'm sure that most people that I have come from you anyway, man. I'm gonna get us a little bit more if you want to come on, man. Let me know. Let me know right here, right now. I'll put you on the spot. I'm gonna hide your comment. I'm still scared. No, I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna leave it right here. And if you pop up on there, just give me a thumbs up, and I can invite you. And people can just be patient. I'm 37 minutes into it anyway, with 2 people. You and Frenchie. Frenchie, you said you run. Let me go back up here. Frenchie, I think you said you run up north anyway, right? They've been on tunnel loads. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking. Going from New Jersey to Memphis and to Miami. So does that mean you're in? Yeah, there you are. There you are right there. Northeast New Jersey. It's been slow. God knows, man. Look, it sucks because it's like, let's see, not truck. I'm in my 4-wheeler. He says I'm driving. You know what, man? You know what, Todd? I'm gonna get you on this thing. Look, man, I ain't showering either. I know you're like, man, I'm not. I got a face for radio. So do I. I got a face for radio too, man. And they can't smell me through the camera. You know what I mean? So it don't matter that I hadn't taken a shower since yesterday evening. I meant to take one this morning, but that is what it is. Can y'all smell that? Smells like a live stream. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I appreciate the 2-3 of you. Frenchie, Todd, go truck yourself. Fellas, I appreciate you. Anybody else who watches this in the future, I appreciate the support. We're out of here, man.